I am here at Lusso Cosmetics in Lakewood, and we've been here before with Lou because he does wonders on our faces all of the time. But I think one of the most important things that women kind of forget about is contouring their face. Would you say so?
Yeah, definitely. I've been a makeup artist for over 20 years, and I base my whole style upon bone structure. And I pattern it after theater makeup, which is where I started. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna specifically talk about these points, that no matter what your face shape are, these things are the major points of makeup that can make a big difference on how you look.
You bring up theater. I remember taking classes in college where that was one of the first makeup classes we took, was how to contour your face, because it really makes features pop.
Absolutely.
So you want to get started, and sure. While you're talking about this, I'll ask you a couple more questions, and I'll let you kind of explain what you're doing and what areas you need to be contouring.
When you talk about contour, people think of cheeks right away, but we're actually going to begin with the eyes themselves.
Okay.
So this is one of the most important parts to hit. People really wonder what to do with their eyes and where to put the eyeshadow. And so when you say eyeshadow, you hear the second word is shadow, right? Mm-hmm. So shadow gets applied to the crease. Anything that recesses is a shadow. Anything that protrudes is a highlight. So now that we've deposited the color, we're going to go through and blend that out, because we want it to be soft. When we contour, we don't want to see distinct lines. We just want to see the shading. So don't forget to blend, and we take that transition and soften it nicely. I've been able to apply this technique on about 98% of the people, because most people do have a crease of the eye. So there is a part of this that you can do for everybody. There's a little tweak here and there. For example, she has a very good defined crease. If your eyes aren't defined as well as her, you would want to deposit the color a little bit darker to create that illusion, okay, and give more depth. Now let's talk a moment about the highlight. Every time you place a highlight against the shadow, it shows them off more, okay, because they work. Yeah, it provides contrast. So if you want to make it look deeper, put a highlight right next to it, and it's very effective. So let's talk now about the cheeks.
Okay.
Okay, because this is a really important part. So we're going to load up our brush. And this is where we're going to go into the sides of the cheeks, okay? So you're going, well, wow, I'm looking at this compact and it's brown, right?
Sure.
Okay, so again, we are looking for this shading, okay? Now, when we do the color, we're going to deposit it on the apples of the cheeks, which I'm going to show you in a moment, okay? So contouring is great if you have a fuller face. It will show off your cheekbones more. If you're older, you want to skip the step of contouring the cheeks. But again, contour the eyes, okay? Because when you contour the eyes, it also lifts everything up visually. So for an older woman, it's very effective. Then what we're going to do is another trick. We're going to take a highlight powder, and we're going to place it underneath the eyes, right across the top of the cheekbone here. And again, here's another highlight that's contrasting against the shadow, okay? So you could very simply use a powder that you have in your home that is lighter than the rest of your skin tone. And you can see how effective that is, okay? Yeah. And now provides contrast there. So the last final step is now we want to give her some cheek color. So what we're going to do now is we're saving the color for the apples of the cheeks. So as you can see, we've deposited that here, and then we can also bring a color into the rest of her face. And there you have it. There's a great quick lesson on contouring the whole entire face.
She looks absolutely beautiful. You can look this good too.